like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So I'm just going to jump straight into this on the heels of UFC 287, Isreal Adesanya versus Alex Pereira 2. Obviously, Izzy won in spectacular fashion via knockout in the second round. That's closed. Well, Israel said it closes the chapter for now on their rivalry. So the question obviously is, should Alex Pereira get a rematch against Isreal Adesanya? Should they do a trilogy? Should they run it straight back? My thoughts on it is no. Now, the reason why they shouldn't run it straight back instantly, this is my thoughts. If you look at the body of work that Isreal Adesanya has done to get where he is now, he fought a gauntlet of middleweights. He fought obviously Alex Pereira in his last match, but he also fought Robert Whittaker before that. He had a hellacious classic match versus Kelvin Gastelum to get the interim middleweight championship. Before that, he fought Derek Bronson. He fought Anderson Silva. And obviously now he's got the title. He's defended it 7 times prior to losing it to Alex Pereira. Obviously he defended it against Rob Whittaker twice, Marvin Vettori, Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero. List goes on and on. Jared Cannonier. He fought a lot of people and defended that title multiple times. He did a lot of work to get where he is now. So he's at a point where he's sort of near enough calling his own shots. Even fought Brad Tavares in a really good match as well. Shout out to Brad Tavares. So for his road to the title, he went through a gauntlet of top flight middleweights to get to the interim championship, to get to where he is now, to be calling shots and to be on top of the middleweight division. Obviously, Alex Pereira, I think he's 7-1 in his total mixed martial arts career. Obviously, he has an extensive history in kickboxing, but in mixed martial arts alone, this is what I'm referring to. Before he fought Adesanya, I think it was like 5-1. I think 5-1 or 6-1, I believe. And obviously, Izzy said it himself, he was fast-tracked to the title. He fought 3 people, with the last person that being Sean Strickland before he got a title shot. Obviously, you can't compare the two. Israel has gone through so many people to get to the title initially. And it wasn't even his title shot he got. It wasn't even a title shot. It was an interim title shot. Then he faced Robert Whittaker. So, really, Alex Pereira should have done more work to get to the title initially, first facing Izzy. But Izzy said it himself. Izzy does have a lot of pull and a lot of stroke at the middleweight division. And he did say Alex Pereira was fast-tracked. They gave him a few fights. I'm not going to say winnable fights, but they gave him a few fights that sort of fair in Alex Pereira's forte, because it's stand-up fights. Obviously, he fought a few stand-up guys, and Sean Strickland is a stand-up guy. Alex Pereira being a top-flight kickboxer, one of the best strikers in the UFC, versus Sean Strickland, who's a stand-up guy. You're going to fare Pereira, and that's exactly what happened with a knockout with a left hook. And obviously, he was then given the title shot. So Izzy basically said that Alex was fast-tracked, and we all know he was fast-tracked due to the storyline of the fight. So Alex Pereira obviously capitalised and he won. Then in the rematch, obviously Izzy won the rematch, and now Izzy and his coach are saying if he wants to face Izzy again, Alex Pereira's gonna have to do proper work. He's gonna have to go through a gauntlet and build up a winning streak if he was to stay at the middleweight division to get a title shot again. And I fully agree with that. So why do I agree with that? If we look at the intricate details of the fight, obviously Alex Pereira won the first fight. But if we look at it this way, in the first fight they had in mixed martial arts at UFC 281, that fight was dominated by Izzy. Izzy won every single, I think he won most of the rounds anyway. Going into the last round, Alex had to knock out Izzy to win. So we're looking at it like this: he's going to get a champion, and Alex was sort of dominated for the most of the fight, but then he won in the end, which is fine. At the end of the day, he won the fight, which that's all that matters. But if you look at the numbers and look at the rounds and look at the detail here, Israel dominated the first fight. And then you look into the second fight, Israel won the first round as well. He was given the first round and judge scorecard, and then ended the fight in the second round. So overall, if you look at it, Israel has basically dominated Alex Pereira most of the fights, most of the rounds in both the fights. So why are we doing a rematch? If we have to be honest, before this fight, I knew I respected Alex Pereira's pedigree as a kickboxer. He's an awesome kickboxer, but I didn't really invest in Alex Pereira. I must say now, after he's been a champion, I've subscribed to his channel. I have a lot of respect for Alex Pereira. I think he's an awesome person, humble guy, great champion, great person. Even in defeat, he's a great person. I watched his his YouTube channel. He even explained where him being a kickboxer, he's seen many families and children cry due to the actions he's taken, knocked out people, etc. So it's only fitting that he has his time where his family's crying for his defeat, which is very gracious. But I just feel that Alex Pereira needs to do work at 185 if he wants to see Isreal Adesanya again, because they can't just be giving title fights to anyone who's had about 6 fights. I know there's a story here, and what I also want to say is everyone keeps saying, oh, it's 3-1, it's 3-1. It's not 3-1. It's not 3-1, because let's use some intelligence here. It's not 3-1. Kickboxing isn't mixed martial arts. It's 1-1. It's not 3 people. Oh, I beat you 3 times. It's not beating 3 times. Alex is beating Isreal once in mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts is not kickboxing. It's totally different rules. I don't know why everyone keeps saying 3-1. It's not 3-1. It's twice in kickboxing, and it's 1-1 in mixed martial arts. And as I said, he was fast-tracked the title shot. So if he wants to get a title shot again, because as I said, Isreal, if you look at the body of work he's done in the 2 fights, Isreal has dominated both the fights. Okay, he lost the first fight, but he was dominating it. And then he dominated the last fight and ended it with a knockout. And he won the first round in the second fight as well. So overall, it's been dominated. People, if you're screaming for a trilogy, like I said, Alex needs to do a bit more work to get the trilogy. If we go back and look at some rematches, Matt Serra beat GSP. GSP then dominated Matt Serra. Matt Serra didn't get a rematch. So I don't know why we're screaming for a rematch now with Pereira. But with all that being said, why I don't think Pereira should get a rematch. I think if he does get a trilogy with Isreal Adesanya, he needs to work for it. He needs to put some wins under his belt, less to earn it this time, and then he comes back. But all of this means nothing, because Alex Pereira is now going to 205. So that's my thoughts on it anyway. Let me share your comments. Let me know how you feel. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.